water, become moist.
Wait, the honey works now? I'm so confused. Why does it suddenly work? I don't understand. I don't. Trigger fire. Make up your fucking mind. Hi. Hi. Happy Monday. Congratulations on your Golden Luna mule. I've decided that we're just gonna pin the first message sent by the Golden Luna people from now on. I know, happy and Monday in the same sentence doesn't seem to work, does it? So, welcome in, Lucent. Hello. Welcome, Crow. Welcome in, Erden. Hello. You might have noticed, that, stream title is a little different. Because I have been thinking about stream lately. Wait, does what one work? Wait, does what one work? Wait, what happened? What did I? Happy today. Sorry, it's still Monday. Oh, I see. I understand now. You're fine. You don't have to. I got you. My brain shut off for a second. Chaos. Yes. Welcome in, Queemable. So I have decided that I'm gonna take a month off to myself. Because yeah, last stream for a bit. Yeah. I've been thinking about it for like a week now. I'm starting to develop some burnout, and talked with a couple people about it, and it was suggested that I should take a break before it gets to the point where I don't want to stream at all ever again. So I think I'm gonna take 3 to 4 weeks off to just kind of like recenter and figure out what I want to do. I mean, I still have a whole 3D model that I have not debuted that Padfoot made for me, and like I have I have so many projects that I want to work on, and I feel like I just get stuck in this executive dysfunction cycle. So yeah, I'm like starting to tear up because it's not a decision that I take lightly, and I know it's like you're probably like, oh, it's only a month, but it's like, like I've been streaming, every week for the last like 2 years. I've taken a couple of short little breaks, and it's just, well, I guess not 2 years, like year and a half. Maybe 2. I don't. How long have I been streaming? I don't even remember. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I don't burn out completely. Because unlike the game, it's not Burnout Paradise. But yeah, I want to work on some projects. Come back and debut my 3D model, make sure that everything is good to go on that, because I haven't even really tested it because it requires my iPhone, and yeah, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, word vomit. Super professional announcement, Artie. Wow, amazing. So proud. Thank you, Erden. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Mule. I'll miss you guys too. Yeah, and that's not to say that like I'm not gonna not be on like Discord or Twitter. Like I'll still be active on Discord and Twitter. Like, you know, maybe we can have a movie night or something while I'm on. You know, this is literally just stream hiatus. That's it. Not content hiatus. If you cry, I cried. It's too late. I'm already crying. So serve time off just as much as anyone else. I don't like pulling you. Take your time away. Thank you, Crow. I appreciate it. Please hold me accountable. I know, and I appreciate the offer so much. Thank you. I really do appreciate. I don't have any makeup on to run because my work does not permit makeup, but I have wiped my eyeballs a few times already in the last couple minutes. Well, don't cry. You look fabulous. But yeah. But yeah, I know it's like really sudden, and like I said, I haven't talked about this like publicly at all. I've talked to, I think, Sniper mostly about it, and then Murph a little bit. And just, you know, it is time for break, and then I can come back. Let's see, that'll be well, everybody's gonna be blowing stuff up on July 4th, so I can just come back July 5th for a special Wednesday stream. We can do something and go from there. Boom booms. Yeah. Yeah, as long as there's not a burn ban in my area, we'll be set. I want to center this. This whole off-centeredness is really gonna drive me fucking nuts. Hang on. But yeah, thank you guys for understanding, and you know, like I said, I don't take this lightly at all. But it is definitely something that needs to happen for my sanity. For sure. Yeah, make sure you have all your safe stuff set up, Crow. Oh, that is way too large. Can we color this like we're coloring crayons? I want crayons. Crayon. No, too small. Oh! Thank you for the biddies, Skittles. Welcome in. I hope you're doing great, lovely. My emergency stuff set up for the 4th of July set up early. Good. Yeah, it's always good to make sure that, you know, oh god, let me just color outside the lines. Gross. Yeah, always good to be prepared, you know? Wait, can I do like the thing where you like do the, no, yeah, you know, I changed my mind. I don't want to color with crayons. I don't want to color with crayons. These need to be super smooth. So smooth. Actually, this one. Right there. Perfect. But yeah, I figure today would be a good day to just like chill. Maybe get some work done together and just like, you know, I just kind of want to color and just like hang out for a bit and not cry, except we already we already broke the rules there. Whoopsies. I was gonna say Crow at least has their puppers. But yeah, so let's plan on hanging out July 5th again, and we'll de-stress with maybe another, maybe we'll leave with coloring books and then we'll come back with coloring books. We'll do some more coloring when we come back. We'll do a 3D debut and then color. But yeah, there's just like, I keep finding like all these cool things that are like inspiring me to like want to make my own stuff for like the stream, and I just feel like I'm like, oh, executive dysfunction. Like, I still want to make my own emotes, but every time I think about doing them, I just like get paralyzed and I just don't know where to start. And I had them almost done before, and then my art style changed, and then I hated them. And I don't know. I don't know, you know? I'm not meaning to like complain a bunch either. I'm just a little melancholy today. Oh no, I was joking before my mascara's been. Oh no! Crow, no! Get tissue, get tissue. But yeah, think about it this way, mods. You get a vacation too. You get a nice break. No mod duties. I mean, other than Discord for a month. It's nice, right? Watermelon doggo. I love it. Yes, exactly. We are watermelon doggo. Oh, you know what I just realized? Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Son of a bitch. There. I forgot to route the audio. Scary. Oh. Well, we'll have to have like a movie night or something. Like on a Saturday night. 'Cause yeah, I definitely will miss you guys. Miss hanging out regularly. These cool little sessions, these cool little sessions. You might be wondering, Artie, why don't you just do the color drop tool? It'd be so much faster. Because then it'd be done faster, and I'm trying to enjoy color. I like the color. Also, is the audio levels okay? Is there any weird hiccuping? Because last time we had weird hiccups, and everybody thought it was on their end, but it was on my end. Because that's something I would also like to look into if it is still happening while I'm gone. Show from the chat while Artie's taking a break so we don't feel that far from home. It won't be. Oh, you guys, it's gonna make me cry. Oh, Erden. Oh, Erden. Guess what? Ooh, woo. Welcome in, Stitches. Erden's on a roll. Erden's been the last 2 quotes in the quotes channel. Hi. I was just telling chat Stitches that we're gonna be taking a little stream hiatus for about a month or so, so that I can recenter and get stuff back on track. But I'll still be like active in the Discord and Twitter and stuff. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what we should do? You know what we should do? We should all just
It's like
blame...
a can of PBR, you know. You got a lot of faith in it because it's got that blue ribbon on it, and man, does it taste nice and sweet.
It sure do. It sure do taste nice sweet. I'm Murphy. I talk like this all the time. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I feel like that shark in Toy Story that takes Woody's hat. It's like, howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm Woody. But yeah, no, you should all just blame Sniper. It's Sniper's fault. Sniper is the one who pushed me to take a break. A mental health break. And we appreciate him for it. Oh, sounds good, Erden. Yeah, I was talking with Star about that. Before. No, that needs to be blank too. I was supposed to run it with her a little bit ago, but I had a migraine, I think. So I still have not ran it. I haven't done any of the new content, actually. Yeah. Welcome in, Cappy. Welcome in, welcome in. I don't like this. Get rid of it. Gross. Ew, gross. No worries. Take as long as you need, Erden. Thank you, Stitches. Absolutely. If you guys want to come out here to the West Coast, come out here and say hi. We can make s'mores and go camping and shit. Why does this look so bad? This is what I get for trying to do cool shit. I just need to just not. That is too big of a brush. Lost! IDQ, what's happening?
I get what's happening, but enjoy your break.
Thanks, Lost. It's just a small break. It's just a small break. I hope you've been good. It's been a while. Been a while since we played together. You don't like me or something. I don't fucking know. Don't tell me I'll book a flight. I can set up a tent for you guys in the backyard. You know, it'll be like you're really camping. No one's been online. I've just been wasting away. Oh no. I play with Bimbo sometimes. Although I think she and I are starting to hit that burnout for sure. Let's see, what did I miss? I know Erden has good quotes. Good quotes. Yeah. Yeah, everybody being on different time zones makes it really hard. But does Bugatti even still exist? Who the hell is that guy? What has he been doing? It's been offline forever. Oh, look. Speak of the devil. He's here. He's here. Everyone, get that man. Get that man. He moved house a while ago and is getting settled. Well, I guess that's fine. He's probably not even gonna remember me. He's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, who the hell's this bitch? I hate this. I don't like it. I don't know what to do. What if we do like this? Oh, it doesn't look too bad. That's fine. I'm okay with this. No, I just whenever I color stuff, I always am like, I don't know what shading I want to use for this. Snipe. Snipe. Weep. Weep. What are you up to, Sniper? Are you still perma in League the League of the Legends? You just finished for the day? Oh, okay. Tired of getting ghosted, but here we are. Who ghosted you? Are you sure they ghosted you and they're not just, you know, like busy working or something? Still. That's shitty. I'm sorry. Oh, son of a bitch. Got my player diff title and I don't even need to grind the shit out of the game anymore. Nice. Oh, yeah. Have you called them? Should call them. Be like, bitch, what the fuck? Maybe I just don't want that. Yeah, we'll just not have that. Wait, what is this to? What the fuck? That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I hate when companies are like unprofessional like that. It's just like say like give an actual response, you know? There we go. Cute little hair. Thanks, Lost. Enjoy your void. Yeah, it's possible. I was like, why is it so quiet? Did I already ask if the audio was okay? I don't remember. I feel like brain is missing today. Here we go. Perfect. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Audio's good. Thank you, Crow. I appreciate it. I couldn't remember if I had already asked or if I had gotten. I don't. Brain. Well, I guess just continue to see what's out there for now. And then just play it by ear. Sometimes, I was forcing you to play Ticket to Ride. I was like, force. That's a good game. I was gonna say maybe try like calling instead of emailing, but yeah. Enjoy your game. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Let's do this color for her uniform. I don't want that brush. I want this brush. Looks like there's 2 colors here. So let's do like the outside edges. This nice blue. This nice blue. I was gonna say I have some like tabletop games on Steam too. There's always Tabletop Simulator as well. Might be a cool little like game night, cool chill game night or something. Cause yeah, I just need a reset. Mental health reset. I feel like the light blue might be too like traditional, so we'll probably make the center color something a little bit more like different. I don't know why, but when I think nurse, I think blue smock. Color, 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 color. Wah, 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 wah. Oh my god, I woke up with the worst allergies today too. My nose was all stuffy. It was awful. Oh my god, and then I post so my post about my boogers was not supposed to be public. That was supposed to be for my Twitter circle. I was so embarrassed. I was like, no. The world doesn't need to know about my boogers, only my friend. Oh, red flags is so fun. I love red flags. You did a big dumb the other day. What did you do? I think nurse, I think like royal blue scrubs, deep ones. Ooh, this sounds pretty. Actually, let's make this the blue as well. Yeah. That would be this here too. And then let's make the center bit like orange. Maybe. Or maybe we have it be this like really dark purple. Like almost black. No, it's too much. Mule, you what? It came out. How does it? Did you do like me with the horses in Red Dead? It just the tree just jumped out in front of you. Your car just decided to hit a tree. Are you okay? That's like the big thing. As long as you're all right. Did the car at least call you after? Yeah, or did they ghost you? Mm-hmm. I'm fine. No, the tree gave me a fake number. That birch. That was root. Maybe you should just branch out and see other people. I can't help it. It's in my nature to be cringe. I am cringe, but I am free. You love me. Despite it all, I'm a leaf. You can't even tell that it's dark purple. It literally looks like a really rich black. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Puns. Maybe I should just make her whole uniform black and then have pastels be the highlights because I feel like that doesn't. We could do like this, and this can be a dark gray, and then we can do like. Oh, there's like no definition when I do that though. I'm rooted here. Let's do like. That doesn't look too bad, right? Could do like that. You can still tell the details. Oh, it's really vivid on screen, actually. Way more vivid. So vivid. Oh no, I have the hiccups. I like it. I like this like plum, deep plum. For that, I'm retweeting the boogers. No! No! Not my boogies! Dude, I literally felt like I was gonna die. I couldn't breathe half the day. I told my boss too, and she was like, I was like, I can't breathe. I have to breathe out my mouth. I feel it's awful. I hate breathing out of my mouth. It's terrible. It's gross. I hate it. I guess so. God, this looks good. I am happy that we changed the coloration. And yes, I am using my own color palette for this because I can. In case you were curious. Perfect. I did. I was a mouth breather. Yeah. Let's do pink. Oops. We'll have her buttons be pink as well. This is too there. And then we'll have the plus. We'll have that be the aqua bluey kind of color. Bluey. Mom. Dad. It's really weird that you said that, Erden. Gotta read between the lines because I literally put that on my dating profile today as something that is my personal hell. I hate it. I hate reading between the lines. Give it to me straight. Or not, because it's Pride Month. During Pride Month? Hey, Shooty. Welcome in. Give it to me, Pan. I saw a video the other day that I sent to a couple people, and it was like, you know, happy Pride Month. Send this to your straight friends. And it was like, hey, straighty, if you don't give the person that sent you this $3,000, you're homophobic. I just about peed myself. It was so funny. What do you mean cry in a corner? What? Come back. What are you talking about? I don't have the $3,000. Oh. Oh no. Oh, shame. Well, I guess you're just homophobic. I don't know. Joking. I guess not joking, but teasing, more like. But anyway, yeah, it made me laugh, and yeah. It gave me a good hearty chuckle. Joke's on everyone who sent me that. I'm Demi. Well, there's a reason I didn't send it to you, Crow. I was like, what straight people do I regularly talk to? Sent it to, I think, like 3 people. Oh, God. Only one of them replied. Shout out to you, Sniper. Who then said, I'm a broke college student. You expect me to have $3,000? And I was like, oh, wow. My entire sense of humor this month is just to say during Pride Month when somebody doesn't say something nice to me. You're gonna say that during Pride Month? What? Bold? It's okay, Erden. I make the rules pay up. If somebody sent me $3,000, I would actually like cry and not I would not function for a very long time. It's kind of sad when you like get to the point where like even like $1,000 would be life changing. But alas, what is that emote doing? That was scary. That's sweet of you, Erden. I'm the same. If I ever won the lottery, like a lot of people would like magically have debts taken care of and stuff, and I would remain anonymous. Nothing would change. I would get a really, really nice model thanks to a mysterious benefactor. But I wouldn't never say. I'd probably move too, honestly. I don't know where to, but I feel like I would just move. Perfect. She's so cute. Like, look, she's so cute, guys. She is literally so cute. Can't handle. I cannot handle. Exactly. Being like, surprise, bitch. It was me. I'm just gonna incorporate like a bunch of random pastels into this design somehow. Hiccups, owie. Coloring books are also great. The person who did this one has like at least 4 others, and I think I have most of them. I have like 3 more other than this. Her gloves need to be the same color as her uniform. Just realized there's like a big dot here. Hello, Sue. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Surprise, we're not toxic. Get carried, bitch. Beep, beep. We're just doing some coloring, Sue. We're just doing some coloring. She looks so badass. Except I'm not loving the yellow. I don't know why. Oh, it's the dot is from this thing. Here. Maybe we should do like a green instead. Yeah, that looks way better. And then we can do yellow for like the eye patch or something. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Maybe. Now I'm scared. What if it looks bad? Do this and then we'll do like a punchy color for the heart in the middle. In the middle. It looked really good. I was so shocked. I like I like booted up Discord and I was just like oh my god. Don't quote me on it, but I think it's my first like fan art kind of, you know? I think. Don't quote me. But I'm pretty sure. Like cuz I've gotten people like people have done commissions for me or like gotten commissions for me, but not. No, that's not true. Blue did dragon arty. Blue did dragon arty. Twice. I like the dragon arty too. But as far as like standard arty, I'm pretty sure that was my first standard arty fan art. I'm just scrolling through my art channel now just to make sure that I'm not misquoting myself. Don't mind me as I mostly draw my own fan art. Draw my own character so much. Your shirt worried me at the start. Seemed hard to do, but I think you really pulled through. Yeah, it ended up looking really good. And honestly, like what helps me when I do it, I either make it look like a marbly cloud, like a marble pastel cloud, because I can't do anything with it, or I just think of it like a topographical map, you know, with all the elevations and stuff. It's basically the same thing, just like different coloration than you would usually expect. You're gonna quote that? No, don't quote me. I said don't quote me. No. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, it turned out really good. Thank you. It made me very happy. Tori did do a piece for my birthday once as well as like a present. I'm like sitting here like now I'm like going back, I'm making sure that I'm like not forgetting anybody's stuff because I get so many art. I do so many art commissions. Well, I haven't in a while because I haven't been able to afford it. I'm trying to be good. Get all my shit under control, you know. I feel like these straps should actually be that plum color. They're too pastel. Yes. Dark purple. It's perfect. How do I draw without my hand working? Help. I don't know, Crow. I don't know. I'm sorry. I wish I could give you an answer. I just don't know. Time to just become left-handed. There you go. See, you got it. That's a bow, actually. Let's actually, yeah, let's have the bows be gray. Then the eyeball will make the eyeball pop. Do it like we did with that unicorn one. Use your feet. Yeah, become a foot artist. Oh, whoa, whoops. That is to say, don't draw feet, just, you know, draw with your feet. There is a difference. Color, color, color. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. God, I love this purple. This plummy purple makes me very happy. Nope, only feet. You could draw feet with feet. Feetception. Footception. Oh god. Mhm. So funny, Squigs has been using but it's my birthday month for like excuses for things. Like she wanted to borrow my platform sneakers the other day. And I was like, "No, you're not gonna be wearing my brand new fucking sneakers. You're gonna get them all dirty." No. She was like, "But it's my birthday month." I'm like, "It is Pride month." Don't even. No. We have equal parts in this now. Twill, welcome in. Happy Monday. How have you been? I'm doing okay. Just okay for now. Ooh, that's what I get for trying to color drop, see? Just okay for now. A little melancholy, I think, is what we said earlier, but otherwise pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, I love this coloring book so much. It always just I just love to just like sit down and just color something, you know? No think, just make colors. Bright rainbow pastel-y wonderfulness. Yeah, they do sometimes for sure. But it's okay. I'm okay. To quote Hannah Montana, everybody has those days. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes with it's just a little bit bloop. Not necessarily a bad thing, just chilling, you know. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. That makes me happy. Let's do blue. No, we need more green. There's not enough green on this page. We can do some good. Okay, I got confused for a second. My brain was like, ugh, ugh. But I made it. I made it. I made it. Do this one green. Boop, boop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's do the outside of this heart green here too. Warp, 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 warp. Now we'll do some of this like indigo-y blue. I think it's funny how pastel orange just looks like skin. Just skin color. Like a skin tone. Like, you know, the old Crayola color that was just like peach. It's just pastel orange is just peach. There we go. Peach, plum, pear. It does kind of, huh? We have plum here. And then peach. And then this could kind of be like pear, right? Like a maybe it's not light enough to be pear colored. Cuz pear is like green, right? Like really, really pale green. We need purple. Gonna have half of these be the purple. And then we can actually keep the other half of them white. I think that would be good. That way it's not like full on color, you know? Yeah. And then, oh, we have one last heart to fill. We do have a lot of pink, so I think I'm going to make this heart here. I'm going to make it the bluish, greenish instead of pink. Yeah. That looks good. I'm happy with that. And then, of course, this has to be pink. Can we do like... Yes. Purple blade. Don't be scared. It's just a saw blade. It's only a saw blade. It's not scary. It's cute. See? It's cute little hearts. Don't be scared, Blue. It's just a saw. How are you doing, Blue? You hanging in there? We're having a good Monday. I'm Gucci, getting 1% better every day. Nice. That's good. I'm glad to hear. I know Blue didn't join with his trademark. Blue's just vibing today. Should we do green handle? Green handle? Ooh. Green handle. So vibe want. Anytime I have to get bandages, I always get the cutesy fun ones. Like the Pokemon ones or whatever. I don't want normal band-aids. I want cool band-aids. You know? You feel me? Just little things to improve myself. Yeah. That's good. Getting into some healthy habits for sure. Or I guess maybe not healthy habits, just like, you know, just helping future Blue out habits. That's how I look at it too. Like I come home from work, I spend like 20 minutes just like cleaning up the kitchen or like tidying. I feel a little bit better. Even though I don't even really use the kitchen all that much. I'm not the one leaving a mess in the kitchen, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter about it or anything. God, that was weird. Did anybody hear that? That was weird. It's like a voice spoke from the heavens or something. I don't know. That was weird. Was that in my head? I think it was in my head. Her shoes have to be the same pink as mine. No, not me. I'm not bitter. Not at all. No way, Jose. Not me. It's funny because I was complaining a little bit to my mom. And she was like, you know, they probably have complaints about you too. And I was like, oh, I know they do. I'm not that naive. I'm sure they do. I would be concerned if they didn't. Would be very concerning if they didn't have any complaints about me. Is that a hair? No. I just genuinely have this big gaping thing here. What is going on? What is with that? Why does that exist? Is it because of the... Oh, it is. Actually, let's do... From where I outlined where I wanted my stuff to go. There. Surely that's it, right? There's no more? Right? Oh my god. Oh. I love Procreate, but sometimes I really hate Procreate. You know what I mean? You ever have a program where you're just like, God, I love this program, but sometimes I really fucking hate this program. There's just like some things that like it's just surprising to me that they don't have standardized yet, you know? Like, come on, guys. Like blending is one of them. Like if you blend two colors like together, you just get this like muddied, yicky color. Whereas if you do the same thing on Clip Studio Paint, it's like flawless. There we go. I kind of made it a little muddy up here, but that's okay. Don't mind me, just trying to clean up the mess I made. There we go. Wow, we're already almost done with this. The hell? I guess it has been an hour and a half. Oh my god. Oh. Multiply. Cute. I love it. I love it. I feel like the cloud should be that same color. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Mm. Pop, 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 pop. Hmm. This one. And then we do like this. And then we go, all right, give me this. Too much. Pop, 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 pop. Oop, too much. Pop, 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 pop. Me trying to make these nebulas look really good. Also me not quite nailing it. Let's mess with this a little bit. I feel like right there. That's pretty good. There. Now it's not just like a black background that she's on. Okay. Now let's do, I want the same color here on this down here. Oh God, forgot I need to set to multiply. That scared the crap out of me. Not gonna lie. Probably can't even, you know what? I forgot to plug it in like a dummy. Oh my God. Silly me. I keep forgetting to set these layers to multiply so that I can actually color the art. Oh, okay. And then we'll have yellow heart. Dark blue heart. Orange heart. There we go. And then I say we do one layer here. That's that awful color dodge that everybody says I shouldn't use. Maybe that's why they say not to use it. Oh. There we go. I'm happy. I'm not going to do any shading or anything. I think it looks good as it is. So colorful, so happy. Color, color. I am happy with this. And with that, yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. You draw such good dragons. They're becoming too powerful. I kind of went a little overboard with the nebula brush. just a smidgen. But with that, I think it is time. I'll put this on twitter.com and in the Discord, but yeah. I feel like we did good today. It was nice to just chill. I'm gonna end stream here, but just to remind you, I will still be active on Discord if you aren't already a member of the Discord. There's a link. And I'll also still be on twitter.com posting about my boogers, I guess. And yeah, we'll do a tentative plan for July 5th being first stream back after small hiatus. But yeah, I can't wait to show you guys my 3D model and for everybody to you know, come back refreshed and happy. You know, I hope you guys don't forget about me after a month. Post about boogies in the Discord instead of Twitter for okay. It was supposed to go to the circle. I forgot to click it over to the circle. Yeah, 3D model. I have a whole 3D model that I haven't really talked about a whole lot and I haven't debuted. Oh, crow. It was made by Padfoot made it. And I've had it for a couple months now and I just haven't debuted it because I feel like I don't have the executive function to do stuff to like debut it. And I want to do like a proper debut, so I won't forget you guys. I'm going to be crying the whole time going, does chat remember me? Do they remember me? I'll probably post in the Discord at least once every couple days saying, do you guys still remember me? In case you guys don't hear from us, Gov, Stitches and I are locked in Artie's basement, so someone please remind her to feed us. I'll make sure to bring you guys kibble, don't worry. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. And kibble. Thanks for hanging out. And Yeah, I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys in a month. Keep your eye out for events and stuff, because I'll still do a movie night. We can have a tabletop game night. We don't need water. It is kibbles and bits. We'll see. I want some of that. I want to try blowhole blast. But instead all I have is emotional damage and peach tea. Oh my god. So some of the gamer sups flavor names are sussy. Example, titty milk. Don't forget guacamole gamer fart 9000. Which, contrary to its name, tastes nothing like guacamole. In case you were curious. But yeah. It does, yeah. Oh god. Mule. Oh. Alright, guys. I'm gonna pop off of here. I will see you guys next time. Oh, Ava! Hi, Ava! Hi, hi. I was actually just about to end stream, lovely. Does it taste like gamer fart? I don't think so. I'm gonna say probably not. Probably not. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I just love you guys so much. It's too late, Crow. I'm crying. I can't lie. Ah. Quick, everyone evacuate. Evacuate, quick. It's only a few weeks. It's only a few weeks. I'll talk to you guys in the Discord and stuff. Okay. I'm going now. I'm going now. I'm going. I'll be back. It's only a few weeks. Only a month. It's a month. It's only a month. It's only a month. It'll be good for everybody though. It'll be good. It'll be a nice reset. Mental reset. It is very long. I need the space. not the space. I need the space to be able to mental correctly. See, I can't even talk right. I can't even talk right. Problem. I can't talk like this at work. Sounds good, Crow.